Today, this job not only earned nothing, but also cost over 30. The newly renovated house didn't dare to turn on the power. Turning it on caused a short circuit. This client was referred by a friend for installation. After installing all the switches and sockets, there was a short circuit when turning on the power. Initially, it was thought to be an installation issue. Several sockets were removed, but no problem was found. Now, the company owner also said they encountered similar short circuits during renovations. However, after the circuit trip, it could still function normally. After my friend finished installing everything, they found the circuit couldn't be reset. So, the suspicion fell on my friend's installation. This led to a lot of confusion. They were misled. The renovation company's owner described that sometimes the main circuit trips, sometimes the branch circuit trips. Let's first check the main circuit for this malfunction. Now passing through the pressure protector. Please wait a moment while working. That startled them. They were confused. At that moment, they didn't know how to fix it. This branch circuit is now in a tripped state. Moreover, the leakage protection button above didn't pop out. This phenomenon is caused by a short circuit. To be honest, the situation on site really confused them. Has anyone encountered such a situation, where after being startled, one doesn't know what to do? Their mind went blank. The gauge showed a reading in the 10K range. First, measure the normal between the ground wire and neutral wire. Measuring the live wire is also normal. The gauge doesn't move between the neutral and live wires. This is strange. It clearly short-circuited before. Why? Now, when measuring between the neutral and live wires, the gauge doesn't move. It reached 1K. Measuring is also fine. Could it be working now? The renovation company owner also mentioned they experienced short circuits during renovations. After tripping, resetting it would allow it to work. Isn't that so? Could the short circuit point have opened during the previous incident? After that experience, they didn't even dare to drink tea. Now everything seems normal again. Voltage measurements are also normal. How should such faults be repaired? They had encountered something similar before. There was a hidden junction box. In the junction box, the live and neutral wires were taped together. Sometimes, a short between the live and neutral wires would cause a trip. After tripping, the short point was opened. Then it worked. Is this fault similar to that one? Let's use this device to test all the sockets. The key is that there isn't a good method for such phenomena. What does this circuit control? No one knows. They can only test each socket individually. This one has power, it's normal. This one is also normal. This one is fine, and this one is also normal. Let's test this socket again. This one has no power, the light doesn't turn on. They are so close. This one has power, and this one doesn't. Now, it didn't trip. The light can still turn on normally. So, the issue lies in the wiring between these two sockets. But strangely, their friend said that after installation, all sockets were tested, and they all had power. This is hard to explain. It might also be due to a loose connection causing the subsequent circuit issue. Regardless, since there's a fault, let's open this socket to take a look. This is an original junction box. Inside are two lines. The connection holes show no signs of loose connections. First, remove the problematic line. Separate the wires. Inside are two lines for this socket. No major issues. The wires show no signs of damage. Inside are two lines. One of them leads to this socket, removing this socket. This is also an original line. All are connected in parallel. First, check which line is functional. This line doesn't respond. That must be the faulty line. But this line doesn't move when pulled. Let's try another testing method. Short-circuit the live and neutral wires inside this socket. Then set the multimeter to the first range. Measure this socket to see if it's functional. The gauge doesn't move between neutral and live wires. It shouldn't be like this. These two sockets are connected. Logically, the line should be coming from there. Why is it not functional? The neutral wire is easily movable. But that socket doesn't move. Could there be a junction box in between? Let's pull this neutral wire out. Oh no! Look at the break in this neutral wire. It's clearly broken. It's already turned black. This really is a serendipitous discovery. Initially thinking there would be another junction box, they found the fault point. Pulling this wire out, there's moisture on it. Look at this connection. The neutral wire is broken, causing the circuit to be non-functional. This should also be the reason for intermittent tripping. It started lightly, but later became more severe. They just called a friend. They'll have their friend contact the renovation company. This wire was purchased out of pocket. More than 30 spent on labor as well. But at least they should be reimbursed for the wire. They'll use this live wire to connect those two wires. This part's live wire is also burnt. It's blackened. It shouldn't be like this in a new house. Seeing such a fault point is unexpected. It shouldn't have been an issue for just a day or two. They replaced the line for the client. Reinstalled the sockets for the client. Reset the circuit and restored power. Now, testing again. Everything is normal now.